it, baby. Move it, body. Move it, baby. Move it, body.
ya. Take your time, I'm having a mess. You know I'm coming for ya, cause I like the chase. Sucking all air of lines while I'm catching my breath. You know I'm coming for ya, you know I'm coming. You know I'm coming for ya, you know I'm coming for ya. You know I'm coming for ya, for ya, for ya. You know I'm coming for ya, you know I'm coming for ya. You know I'm coming for ya, to light it up on fire. For ya, 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 for ya. You know I'm coming for ya, 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 for ya. You know we're coming for ya. Lost in the desert, but we'll stay together. Wander forever, we'll stay together. I can hear your voice, I can hear you through the silence, through the silence, through the silence. I can hear your voice, I can hear you through the silence, through the silence, through the silence. I can hear your voice, I can hear you through the silence, through the silence, through the silence.
Hello, and good evening, friends and family, and everyone in between, which I assume is just unsuccessful bounty hunters that are still looking to collect a debt. Thank you all for being here on another lovely edition of Show and Tell Live. We are excited to bring you weekly comedy improv and all that jazz. And without further ado, though, I can't do this stream myself. Allow me to introduce the rest of tonight's cast. First up, they're the goodest of boys. It's Alex. Ha ha ha, so funny, very witty. Up next, they have 9 lives, and they can't get rid of them. It's Max.
Meow and/or nya.
Following that, we have an individual who's revered in ancient Egypt. You can find his likeness all over if you go visit. It's Dan.
It's me, the Pyramid. How do you do?
And last, but certainly not least, a person who we did have to promise to walk twice a day. It's Steve.
Face the camera.
Yes. Yes, we've turned into a pupper stream here. Our cat friends couldn't participate because they could not be wrangled or bothered to be here. But
You're free.
there are 2 of them. 4 puppers. Sadly, that's our pupper budget. We blew it all.
Our pupper. All of your bits have gone to those puppers.
Yeah. That's true. That's accurate. Well, welcome everyone for joining us. If it was the whole stream, we'd have to really reconsider some things.
Buffers.
Youngster Jazz, thanks for that sub. 13
Hey,
months.
thanks for the sub.
A baker's year. That's why I
A
like
baker's
to say.
baby.
No, it's a baker's year.
Oh, you're right. 10
No.
months is a baker's baby.
No. Hansel and Gretel is a baker's baby. Because they put the kids in the oven.
Yeah. So they had a fun in the oven.
It's the new game that the animals do, the improv we wish. We really do.
See, guys,
Never
as
work
you can
with-
see, we have no more budget for jokes.
Yes,
That's
we
why
blew
they're
them all
not
on
good.
puppers.
Do you know how expensive jokes are? Have you guys ever tried shopping on the joke market?
In this economy?
Yeah, it's literally a joke.
We'll just have to resell them. Is there a secondhand joke market that we can? Is there a black joke market where we can go and buy like?
Toonwit, at least give us tombstones if you're gonna kill us like that. Jesus Christ.
Okay, corral. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on to our first game. I know. I was trying to move on from it. Let's move on to our first game, which is called Barnyard Wisdom. Sometimes your brain works faster than your mouth. Let's go ahead and play Barnyard Wisdom. First thing we are gonna need to go ahead. We're starting off tonight so strong. First thing we're gonna need to go ahead and get started is a location that would be really fun to have a paintball match in that isn't a paintball field. So it would be a fun place to have a paintball match that isn't a paintball field. Yep.
You're getting roasted, Dom.
I know. I deserve it. Excellent. Let's go with the mall. Everyone loves the mall.
Alright, here we go. We're at the mall.
Well, you know what they say. If it's 2 for 1 smoothies.
Then it's 1 for 2 feet in line.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what they say. They might call you a hot topic.
But you're actually a cool cat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what they say. One person's lip gloss.
It's another man's lip balm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they say. When you stop at the kiosk,
You're gonna have your keys lost. Well, you know what they say. If you spend all your quarters on gumballs,
You're just gonna end up with balls in the mouth. You know what they say. If you try to win a car,
You just might lose your job. Well, you know what they say. A cop on a Segway might go fast.
But these deals are going faster. Well, you know what they say. One store goes in,
and another store will go out even quicker. You know what they say. You can put food in a quart.
but hunger rules us all. Well, you know what they say. You can find just about anything at Crate and Barrel.
except a barrel and a crate. I think that takes us out of the mall.
Now that's some barnyard wisdom right there.
Yeah,
Just
damn.
like middle class America, it's time to abandon the mall.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, some
These
points
are
of commentary.
deep cuts. What did the mall ever do to you?
Created an unsustainable business model. That's what it did. I read an essay in high school about the decay of the mall long before it was actually like really dying, and now just this day I feel like I have an encyclopedic knowledge of mall death.
Wow.
Mall death. It's the name of
That's my punk band.
Yeah, your band.
It's my garage band. It's called Mall
I don't know
Death.
about you guys. Like, I totally get it. You're right. It's a terrible business model, but like, I like malls.
Yeah. Well, each mall has its own character, which I think is interesting. Not a lot of them are like you know, every subway is the same subway, but every mall it's a little bit different.
What are more things that are bad business models, but are things you like anyway?
Pyramid schemes.
Bus tours. I feel like a bus tour is a pretty bad business model, but boy, do I like a good bus tour.
Yeah. Sorry, I was about to say one, and then it was gonna be rude, so I'm gonna not.
Max, you being rude on this stream?
No, never. I would never. Oh, speaking of being rude on this stream, we have a merch shirt.
Oh,
Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, great.
Great.
Oh,
oh wow, this is disturbing, Max.
great.
Where did this come from?
It came from Dan's mouth, to be fair.
Look. Melissa, Max, and I were continuing our argument if cats have 4 legs or 2 arms and 2 legs. And then I said they use all 4 legs to walk, so they're all legs. And Melissa says, well, a baby uses all 4 of their limbs. Would you say they have 4 legs? And I'm like, yes. Yes, I would. And here we are.
Oh God.
Yep.
Well,
Oh no.
I expect
it.
to see that in our next Yu-Gi-Oh battle.
Oh.
Four-legged.
I play 4-legged baby.
Oh, that sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh monster to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm just imagine the 5 months into the pregnancy and they're like, oh, they're kicking. And there's 4 directions.
Isn't that just like you must learn to kick with your fist and punch with your
It's
feet?
kicking.
Yeah.
It's kicking. Oh, it's twins. No. Wait.
Twister champ, all babies. Amazing. Well, Alex, care to tell us about your new pupper?
Yeah. So, hey everybody, I got a new puppy.
Yeah.
Her name is Ahsoka. She is just under 10 weeks old right now. She is a German Shepherd Husky mix. And like the way that I got her was it wasn't a shelter, but it also wasn't a breeder. Essentially, a friend of a friend, just their dogs got together and oops, all puppies. So that guy swears that the mom is a purebred German Shepherd and the dad is a purebred Husky. But today I took Ahsoka to go get her first puppy shots, and the doctor said, yeah, she's huge for being 9.5 weeks old, and like there's almost no way that she could be part Husky because Huskies aren't this big.
Wow.
So
Maybe you got a Clifford dog by accident.
I
Did
might
you
have
get one of them
accidentally
Clifford
gotten
dogs?
but so basically there are 2 possibilities. One is that it's not Husky, it's actually Alaskan Malamute, which get to be very, very large dogs. Or 2, it is a Husky and she is just like freakishly large.
Is there like 23andMe for dogs? Is that a thing that exists?
There is. There actually is, like, you can get your dog DNA tested.
Wow.
So.
If you get a dog that ends up being taller than you, I swear to God, Alex.
Yeah. Like Paul Bunyan with your tall ass dog.
Also, hey, Raspberry, how's it hanging?
What up?
Yo, 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 yo!
Talking
This is
about-
that stream. We're talking this stream. We're not yo-yoing.
That's what Twitch is missing, a professional yo-yoer. And then someone in the comments are going to link me to someone's yo-yo channel. I just know it. But let's go
You can
ahead and
find
jump.
anything.
Let's go ahead and jump into our next game this evening, which is a game we like to call comment thread. So what we're going to need is one-syllable words. So go ahead and throw those one-syllable words.
Wow, they're not one-word syllables
You
this
did
time?
it, Dom.
No, they're not. I thought about it. I did a dramatic pause, and I revealed the truth. Look, I'm already on edge tonight. I gotta watch everything I say. But let's get those one-syllable words.
Raspberry, very nice. To answer your question, it feels all right. It was pretty itchy and scratchy and bad, but it's getting better now as it kind of grows out. This is still a pretty pitiful attempt at any kind, but we'll see. We might get there eventually, or not.
No.
All right, into the brain we go. Oh, yeah.
Guys, do we do this because we've missed movies so much?
That's it. You figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how we act in theaters. Just so all of you at home
Yeah.
know.
Every time,
No.
every time the killer shows up.
I think it's a Regal. Regal does that like roller coaster intro to all their movies.
Oh yeah, that's right. They do.
Yeah, and I just kicked my table. Me and my friends, every time we're those assholes in the theater that go, whoa!
That checks out.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We those assholes.
I'm 100%. Steve, I'm thinking of a large body of water that people put into their backyard as a status symbol, and they spend months installing it and then only use it once before they move out of the house.
Oh, you're thinking of a pool.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the crocodile in Super Smash Brothers King.
Oh, no, you're thinking of Cruel. I'm thinking of when you need to work on something, so you need to gather different instruments that will help you construct things. Also can be used as an insult.
No. You're thinking of a tool. I'm thinking of a Christmas time festive item. This is kind of a way to describe most Christmas things. Specifically, there's a certain log that is described.
Oh, no. You're thinking of Yule. I'm thinking of that, when you wear sunglasses and like a leather jacket.
No. You're thinking of being cool. I'm thinking of that spittle that's on your face when you wake up from a good nap, and then you're like,
You're thinking of drool.
Mhm.
I'm thinking of the hit cousin to the vape, which I hit every other day.
No, you're thinking of Jewel. I'm thinking of a pretty tall chair.
No. You're thinking of a stool. I am thinking of a center for learning for children.
Oh, that's me. You're thinking of stool. I'm thinking of that thing that you use to keep all of your thread in one place when you sew.
No, you're thinking of a spool. I'm thinking of one of the tarot cards about a very comedic individual, despite some more graphic imagery.
You're suggesting the one about me, the fool.
Mm.
Well, I'm thinking about a zombie-like creature which stalks around the graveyards and is basically just a zombie, but from different culture.
You're thinking of a ghoul. I'm thinking of
Oh,
Oh.
So sad.
oh.
Oh.
Go on without me.
Sadly becomes black and white.
I lost. Spool was in my back pocket, and once that was gone, I had nothing left.
Spool's a good one. Steve, I'm thinking of something that you should always invest in, and prospectors would go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for it.
Oh, you're thinking of gold. I'm
Mhm.
thinking of what happens when something is actively in your arms.
Mm.
Oh no, no, you're thinking of to hold.
Yeah.
I am thinking of an effect that you can have on text to make it wider and
No. You're thinking of bold. I'm thinking of that nasty stuff that grows when you don't want it to because stuff has just been sitting for way too long.
You're thinking of mold. I'm thinking of when the temperature starts to drop and you shiver because it's just so.
You're thinking of cold. I'm thinking of the inverse of buying things, which results in the transaction.
No. You're thinking about things being sold. I'm thinking about what happens when you are gain a lot of years. When
Oh,
you're
no.
an elderly
You're
person.
thinking of old. I'm thinking of what I did to a joke in the past tense.
No, you're thinking of told. I'm thinking of that thing that it's impossible to do to paper more than 10 times.
You're thinking of fold.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of what happens when you put a circular object down a steep incline.
No. You're thinking of rolled. I am thinking of nothing. I don't have anything.
I also did not have any.
Wait. Okay, I want to do this one anyways. I'm thinking of what happened when you told me a joke and then I just laughed and laughed.
You lolled. It's a good one. That is a good one.
That's a reference to last stream when we were talking about whether or not I would say "lol" out loud.
Yes. Very good.
Dom, when
Very
you
good.
started with something that is impossible to do the paper, I was like, so it can't be fold, and then you're like, more than 10 times, and I'm like, oh, so it is paper? And it is fold?
Really did the reversal.
Yeah, I tried to psych you out.
Psych me out, just me.
Yeah.
Somebody didn't watch enough MythBusters.
Alrighty. You know what? Good on you, Motion. We'll go for it. I'm thinking of something comedians like to tell, usually as a setup and a punchline.
Oh, you're thinking of a joke. I'm thinking of the little yellow thing in the egg.
No, you're thinking of a yolk. I'm thinking of a spliff or a doob. You know, one of those.
No,
little,
you're thinking of a smoke. I'm thinking, I'm thinking of a collection of people. It's also a type of music.
Oh, you're thinking of folk. I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking of.
Were you thinking of a toque?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's one of those things where I caught it a second after I said it. I was like, well, I meant the brief. I'm moving on with my life.
I was like, yeah, you know what? I can't knock you for that.
Yes, smoke.
The finals.
The finals. Oh boy.
Dum, 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 dum.
Alex, I'm thinking of a degree for which a person can achieve. Usually it's in the military, like a sergeant or a colonel. It's described as being your, not title or profession, but your...
Oh, you're thinking of a rank.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of every single meme I have ever made.
No, you're thinking of dank. I'm thinking of what happens when you skip one too many trash days.
Oh no, you're thinking of stank. I'm thinking of what you should do to your garbage people, but not enough people do.
You're thinking of thank. I'm thinking of that place where you store all your money and hope it doesn't disappear.
Oh no, you're thinking of a bank. I'm thinking of that thing that people used to think you should do to babies, but you shouldn't, but it's still cool if you do it to people who consensually want you to.
You're thinking of a spank. I'm thinking of a word people might use to describe you, although usually they put a Y on the end of it. Because you're so tall and skinny.
I'm thinking of that thing that you do to people, typically with a sharp object, if you want to kind of unalive them.
No, you're thinking of a shank. I'm thinking of a derogatory term that people say about women who just want to have a good time and enjoy their bodies.
Oh, no, you're thinking of a skank. I'm thinking of what you do to that soldier boy.
Wait. Oh, no. Oh,
Too late!
I don't know what it is.
You cranked that!
Oh, you cracked that!
Oh,
no! Good job, Alex. Well earned. Oh.
How
I
could
just
you
wanna
remember
say,
or
I don't
forget
think
your
I would have been as nice that round. Because first off, Alex said what every meme I make is, I would have died on that hill and went, I don't know. What is
Oh man, and again, Soldier Boy takes another life.
Soldier boy wins it again.
Again. Oh, good job. Good job.
Oh.
Chat, how was your week? How are you ever doing out there in Chatland? Anything exciting happen? Anything worth noting?
The one thing exciting about that round is I was interpreting all of your suggestions as if you were trying to guess for spank when you weren't. So you're like, the thing you should do to your garbage man. And I'm like, yeah, you should spank him. And it's like, what you gonna do if you don't take out the trash? You get spanked.
It was a beautiful insight into your psyche there.
Yeah, I was like, man, they're really going for spank. And then it wasn't happening.
Dan, can I blow up your spot? An interesting, well, I don't know about an interesting thing happened to you, but you received an interesting item this week.
Oh, man, no, I was gonna save it. Wait.
You wanna save it?
Yeah,
Okay.
wait, no.
We're building
we really
it up.
can't talk
this
about
is-
this.
Okay.
We really
okay.
can't. This is a surprise for not only the viewers, but also Dom, Steve, and Alex. So
Okay, wow.
we really gotta wait on this. We
Like a
don't.
tonight surprise or
No.
in the future?
This is like months in the future.
Oh no!
Look, let's
Just
just
do this to us.
look. Let's
We're the
just
ones who are supposed to know.
let's just say
Forget the audience. I can't handle that.
we'll see. We can't really talk about it. I
Oh,
have
God.
my expertise has not even gotten off of the ground floor, both figuratively and literally.
Is
So-
it a pogo stick? My money says pogo stick. I'm gonna bet on pogo stick now.
I cannot confirm nor deny.
Yo, if you guys have a pogo stick, I want it. I got
I really, I appreciate this, Dan. You're thinking long game, and I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah. Because what was happened when it's like October, right? And this just gets busted out in the middle of a show, right?
It's
when
so
no one knows
hype.
about it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
The clip farm, we're gonna blow up overnight.
yeah. So
with a pogo stick?
you gotta wait.
an instrument of some kind.
You gotta wait.
You'll have to
Max,
find
why'd
out.
you do this?
I'm sorry.
I do have a pogo stick that I could break out at some point.
It's a baby, yeah.
Dan.
It's a few months
this
down
is
the
gonna be-
line, but it's coming, and let me tell you, it's
I'm
gonna
just
blow
like,
up.
guys, I got a surprise. Reaches under the couch. It's a baby.
I know it's a newborn. It doesn't do much right now. Once it's like 4 months old, such good content.
I think the
Speaking of
funniest
babies,
part
we
is
got
that-
a baker's baby.
Baker's baby.
Yeah.
Thanks,
So-
Lindsay.
We got a baker's baby.
I think
Which one
that
was
the
next?
funniest part was that Max introduced it by saying it arrived at the house yesterday.
Yeah, you don't get yours delivered?
Yeah, the delivery fee on babies is expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dan, that's a great tactic though, and one I use in my own life. Whenever somebody like asks me a question and I don't want to deal with it, I just say, "I'll tell you in 3 months," and then 90% of the time they don't remember. But on the 1% of the time, or I guess the 10% of the time they do, usually you don't care anymore. You can just say whatever you want to say at that point.
that's true.
It's a great tactic. I honestly recommend it.
It's true.
Because you're not saying I'm not going to answer the question. You're not even saying I'm going to lie to you. You're just saying in 3 months you can have access to this information. It's great, honestly.
It's going into the Disney vault and it's not
Yeah.
coming back.
Exactly. Good stuff. Well, we'll go ahead and jump into our next game this evening, which is a game called Press Conference. So we're gonna get rid of Max forever and ever. Goodbye, Max.
Bye, everybody.
Max.
I'm going forever. It was
Bye
fun.
forever.
Bye.
Get into
Oh.
Disney Vault.
All
Into
right,
the
now
Disney
that we've
vault.
got a dog as our official 5th cast member.
How do we make a Disney Vault game? Let's think on that later.
What were we saying? There's something we were saying earlier. I'm like, how do we make that into a game? Oh, Melissa and I were playing Battleship earlier. We're like, how do we make Battleship into an improv game? And I really want to
Chat,
figure it out.
This is how our creative process works. Is we just go through our daily lives and then we're like, how do I force this into an improv game?
Like, how do you go like B4 and like what is there? Like, what is the improv game that's on that peg?
All right,
is that
we'll
where your
talk
ship
about it after
is?
stream.
Okay, we'll do it later.
You could probably make Guess Who into a picture game. Anyway,
Tom,
so
we
that's
need
not
to introduce
important.
the game.
So the game we're playing right now is called Press Conference. So the way this works is Max has done something either really impressive or really unimpressive. Start putting those things in chat now. And essentially, Max doesn't know what Max has done. And it's up to us to interview Max and throughout the course, have him discover through his own clever brain what he did. Now, the fun thing about all guessing games is he's either going to be exactly on, in which case mind-blowing, biggest of brains, or he's going to be nowhere near the correct solution, in which case, ha ha ha, we all get to laugh together at his sad misfortune. That's kind of how it works.
Already some great suggestions
If-
coming through here.
If Max doesn't get it correct, everybody spam in chat. Max isn't cool. That exact phrase. It will seem
Or
unprompted because he doesn't
other-
know.
Other option, go get a pogo stick.
Yeah. Tell Max to go get a pogo stick. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. If Max gets it right, everyone in the chat write nerf Max. And if Max gets it wrong, everyone write Max is uncool.
Yeah.
That'll be the
We'll
high stakes.
all play it off as if we're like, whoa, chat, you guys are all
Whoa,
working
calm
together.
down.
Guys,
Yeah, whoa.
yeah, we're gonna throw you under the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
essentially.
but it's okay because we're giving you the keys to the bus, so you can decide if you want to run over yourself.
This metaphor has really gotten away from us.
Yeah.
Amazing. Chat, or not chat, crew, what's sticking out to you? Let me hear what your thoughts are. We got some good ones here.
The vibe of photosynthesized, I don't know what that means by any means, but I like the vibe. But maybe we should
Did
do
you
something.
fail middle school biology? What do
No,
you
like,
don't know what that means?
I get it. Like, he turns green, but what does that mean?
Yeah.
Do you think photosynthesis is?
Yeah, you turn green.
Do you guys, my favorite Avenger is the one that photosynthesizes.
I mean, I kind of liked right off the bat. I was born on February 30th.
It's true. It's true. That's a good one.
How old is his character?
He's technically ageless.
Pizza
Let's design. It's
shoes?
actually. Let's design. It's interesting. I actually watched a video on the world record holder. It's this guy who's broken like 200 world records because his whole plan is he just finds the easiest ones and then just breaks them, and then he just gets a bunch of records. But,
Crabstar has me thinking about inventing pizza shoes. I don't I also don't know what that means.
I don't
All
like.
right.
I don't like that. Fishy.
Yes. Wow, you guys are in some interesting places tonight.
Yeah.
Let's go. I like crab stars. Let's go. Max drove from LA to New York in one trip without stopping.
LA
To New York, non-stop.
Non-stop. Wow.
Now it says drove, but we don't know what type of vehicle, so we'll find out more in the details. Dan, whenever you're ready, let us know.
All right, let's take it away.
And that concludes our headlining story for tonight about two fish getting into a thumb war. More on that later. But now I'd like to welcome tonight's esteemed guest, Maximilian. Max, people are saying what you've done is truly impressive, though hard to imagine. Could you explain more?
Yeah, I think you actually touch on something really quite beautiful there. I fully believe that imagination is the first step to acquiring anyone's goals. And that's what I really attempted to do here. Have the greatest imagination of all time.
Yeah, I've got a question right off the bat. Let's just sort of get into the hard facts first. How long did it take you?
So I, again, like to think that this project started the moment I was conceived. But of course, I didn't start working on it until I was about 4 or 5 years old. And then from there, it took me about 2 decades to be able to come to this finished place of the project.
Are you saying you started this 2 decades ago?
That's correct. Yes. I mean, first conceptually, it started in its first conceptual stages. But I realized at a very young age that imagination is the key to unlocking life's greatest gifts.
Okay, but how long did the feat itself actually take you?
Oh, it just took the latter half of the second decade. So the past 5 years of my life.
All right.
It took 5 years?
Wow.
Yes.
Did you get lost? I'm confused.
It's about the journey. That's the wonderful thing about it. I realized that I had to push everyone in my life away. I had to do this on my own. So for the past 5 years, I was in isolation to be able to complete this project.
And did you also realize you were pushing away the ozone layer while you were doing that?
I've seen the reports. I knew the reports going into it too. I don't want you to think that I had any reservations or that I wasn't going to go through with it. I knew the dangers, and I decided to either way.
So, if it took 5 years, you definitely didn't take a direct path then, correct?
Again, like I said, it's about the journey. I had to find myself before I could find my destination. So in order to get there, yes, it was a meandering path, but remember that 5 years as the capstone to a 20-year project felt like nothing to me.
And it must take some big apples to be able to do this in one go.
That's right. So what I had to do was I started in Florida, and then I worked my way up the Atlantic coast, and I eventually got to New York City, and then beyond as well.
Interesting. I would have assumed you were singing la 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 at the beginning, a little la di da to the whole situation. But it's interesting to me that you ended up in a place where you probably just want to be walking there.
That's right. Yes, I mean, I was walking for a large amount of it, but for logistical reasons, I couldn't walk the entire time, of course.
Now,
any more questions?
We've had a lot
Yes.
of Hollywood executives coming. I heard that they were coming up to you to try to get the movie rights. What were your opinions about seeing you in Hollywood?
So when I saw Forrest Gump, it really touched my soul as something that it was a hardworking American who was finding their way in the world. And that really spoke to me. I'm a big proponent of the American dream. And I realized that, you know what, if my story can ignite other people's imagination, yes, of course I want to do it. So I was very happy to be, we're actually in works for a movie now. That actually hasn't been dropped yet, but that is happening.
Some of our Spanish-speaking viewers were saying that Los Angels were carrying you the whole journey. Would you care to comment on that?
Right. So a part of my a part of my journey within the first decade, I was on the West Coast actually, and I did a mock-up where I was I practiced. It was essentially a practice run where I walked from the San Diego all the way up to Portland, Oregon, to try and get a feel for what I would later achieve.
I'm surprised that you weren't driven insane by the inability to take any kind of break. I mean, surely the constant propelling forward must have been daunting.
Um, that's true. Definitely, but there were certain times where I actually went out to sea as well. I was on the coast the entire time. One of the reasons that it took me so long was I got caught out at sea for a not short amount of time.
That actually brings up a very good point. Was any of your journey perhaps inspired by sharks and sort of their way of living,
Um,
or their way of swimming, rather?
Absolutely, yes. So I really I appreciate the thoughts of how could I be inspired by other creatures, but I realized that in my life I have to always just keep walking forward and never going back. And certainly the parallels can be pulled to other creatures, but there's something about the human spirit that I actually think is just going to be diluted if you try to bring up analogies to other species as well.
So,
I never stopped walking, and that is the feat of humanhood, not of sharks.
so I heard that you were sponsored by somebody in this, and your unnamed sponsor hasn't really come forward. They've been waiting for you to tell us who they are. And I was wondering what drove you to the sponsorship, and can you tell us, was it Kia? Was it Acura? The Flintstones?
Sure, sure. So,
Subaru?
to be completely honest, yes, it was a very costly project. It was indeed. Throughout multiple times, I needed funding, and I actually Mercedes-Benz was looking to partner with me, and we actually made a brand of shoe that has little wheels on them. It's a Mercedes-Benz branded Healy. And that was very helpful for when I would get to hills.
And we also have the claim that you're currently selling the steering wheel that you were holding the whole time on eBay. So I guess that's sort of that with the Healy sort of makes sense to the overall claim, wouldn't you say?
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Unfortunately, we can't support sponsored content on here. It is directly competition with our advertisers. So we're going to have to ask you to just clarify briefly what your accomplishment was before we go to our own commercial breaks.
Yeah, of course. I, as a lifelong project, and I want to move forward and do bigger and greater things, I carried the hull of a car and walked it across the United States throughout multiple states.
Interesting.
Wow.
If you had to guess where you started and where you ended up, what would you say?
From the Mexican border to the Canadian border on the East Coast.
Ah, yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
See.
Where did you come from? Where did you go? Amazing. Mercedes Heelys, interesting. Stranger things have happened in this little world.
Yeah.
What is the Mexican border on the east coast of Mexico?
The Gulf of Mexico, right?
Yeah, I guess it's like right where it hits the Florida Panhandle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My imagination is that he went like around Texas, around the border through the Gulf of Mexico, and up the eastern seaboard. Because that's technically all east water.
Yeah, I
Isn't
guess.
some of it south water?
South and east are not mutually exclusive.
South and East are not mutually exclusive, everyone.
What?
He's
Look,
got a
south
good
and
point.
east, they might sometimes fling together, but they're still allowed to date other people.
Yeah,
They're not
you
mutually
can go
exclusive.
Southeast. You can't go north-south or west-east, but you can go southeast.
Oh, I'm gonna need to dwell on that one for a long time.
But north and south can never date each other.
Yeah.
Because they're
Yep.
polar opposites, and in this case, they don't attract.
Wow.
Dang.
Sad. Somebody write a really sad fanfic about North and South never being able to date.
Is when you
The
have
four directions.
Is when you have like a direction like north northeast, is that like a weird three-way?
That doesn't exist. What is North Northeast, Daniel?
No, that is a thing.
Oh, it's a thing where you can get even more specific. and
I
add-
thought.
It's like-
My apologies. You're saying North Northeast. I was reading it as North Northeast. Like you just doubled the north part
Two
of
steps north, one step east. Two
it.
steps.
Like North Dakota, right? Like it's just
Oh yes.
like even
Upper Dakota. Yeah. That's what I thought you meant. My apologies,
yeah.
Dan.
yeah,
My apologies.
doesn't make my statement any less dumb, but you know, it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah, but chat says you need to be nerfed, Max.
Oof. When are we getting the next update?
The Max patch?
The Max patch.
The next update is actually only a quality of life update, so we're not going to be handling any nerfs or buffs or balancing issues.
Yeah, this latest patch are already included an extra character, which you saw on the load screen.
Yeah, and also there was a couple of glitches last week, I think. So hopefully this patch worked those out too.
Yeah, we're working on a couple hot fixes.
Some cosmetic DLCs too, you know, keep things interesting.
Of course, purely cosmetic.
We'll
don't
be
worry.
out of beta soon enough. Don't you
Wait a
worry.
minute. It's like a thing where you can go to our shop, and if you give us a certain number of bits, we change outfit.
Are we customizable characters?
We can be.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
if we did a stream where you could pick our outfit out ahead of time by donating bits or, you know, donating anything to make us wear select choices, like we'll build a closet for each of us, and then you can swap our outfits.
This
That
is
sounds
a
pretty
Black,
fun to be honest.
this is a
Yeah.
Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
This is definitely a Black Mirror episode.
I mean, that's our goal for this stream, right? Is to just touch, like, kind of tangentially kiss as many Black Mirror concepts as we can.
Yeah, just
Motion Design
just so
donated $1. One of us needs to go change our outfit right now. Who's gonna
All
do
right,
it?
I will say if we get to $5, I will put chainmail on.
I am the farthest from my bedroom, so.
Alright, I'll be back. Give me a second.
No,
Dan,
I got it.
stop. Alright, Max is gonna do it.
Max has got it. Max has got it.
If people keep donating, we're just gonna have to keep changing clothes,
Yeah.
though. That's just the way it
Is
works.
the price
Yeah.
$1?
We've committed to this bit, and now
Yeah.
we have to do it. Honestly.
I guess Motion Design set the price for it. It is $1 to make
Smart
it.
motion design to set the economy early. That's good
Yeah.
supply and demand right there. If you donated a cent, we would have done it for that. So you messed up.
Chainmail.
Hot tubs,
Hot tubs win.
God.
Oh, Lila.
Oh God, I
Ooh,
wish.
wait!
for
You gotta
all
give us
sake-
the spin, Max. We gotta see the new outfit.
Well, I
Ooh.
didn't tuck it in.
So honestly, not bad for $1.
Yeah.
Well, we got formal Max skin.
The show's reverse
Yeah.
stripping. We'll put more clothes on if you tip us. Who doesn't love that? Alrighty, well, let's move on to our next game, which is a game we call College Essay. So this is a game where everyone gets to go away except for Dan.
All right, goodbye, folks. Oh,
Goodbye.
man. Oh, look at them all. Oh, I accidentally left. I'm back. All right. Chatteroni, we're going to be playing a game called College Essay. Basically, I need to write an essay, and I need a common phrase that will be written in my essay. But I'm not really good at fluffing up the words and increasing that word count. So I'm going to pass it on, whisper down the lane style to the next person, who'll pass it on to the next person to make it longer, to the next person to make it longer, until we have a really long phrase to describe a very simple thought. And then the last person tries to tell me what I originally said, and that's it. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys got the idea. Keep it coming. This is also a good time to ask me any questions. Okay. I don't know. I have too much power when I'm here by myself. Let's see. Thoughts and prayers. Rough. What's in your mouth? Hear that every day. There ain't room in this town for the two of us. That is good, JMLD. Keep coming. That one's currently... I'll tell you guys which one's currently in the lead. That one's currently in the lead. Just so you know what you're up against. Nice. I'm too old for this crud. I like that one too. Snorgulls. I think I'm gonna... Baby, it's cold outside. Don't even get started with that song. Leopard can't change its spots. I've never heard that before, but that's definitely a real phrase. ET phone home. You know what? Okay, I'm just gonna stay with JMLD. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Suggestion. So here we go. Alex.
Yes.
The phrase that I would like you to spice up is, there ain't room in this town for the two of us.
Okay. All right.
Well, I guess you could do this town ain't big enough for the two of us, which I think is the other one. But, you know, you
yeah. It conveys more or less the same thing when I started lengthening it.
You got it. All right. Pass it.
All right.
Oh, hello.
All right. The place that we both currently reside does not have the necessary logistical capacity for both of us to be here.
Ah, okay.
So go ahead and you can copy that, but change it up a little bit.
Yeah, no problem. I'll mix it up. The professor will never know.
All right.
Hey, man. You said you needed help on the essay, so this is what I got so far. It has come to my attention that given the ordinance of the place for which we both mutually reside, that upon further inspection, it would behoove both of us for one of us to immediately vacate the premise such that we may be more comfortable in a space that we occupy no longer mutually. But yeah, just take that and make it your own or something like that.
Yeah. I'll make it look like we weren't cheating. Don't worry about it. All right. Hey, I heard you needed some tutoring.
Oh, yeah, I really do.
All right, well, I can help a little bit. So, this is what we've been passing around. So, verily, it has come to the forefront of the imagination of man that thou shouldst know that thine own appetite for belonging hast been transferred, and thus looking upon each other is not wanted or justified further. Therein thou shalt move thine space towards another in which my domain it is not.
That's the answer to the homework?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Max. I can't remember what I told Alex. They said that he told Dom, who told Steve, who told you. Can you tell me what I told him? I can't remember.
Yeah, I definitely got it for you. It's hungry eyes make hungry feet.
Oh, that's definitely it. You got it, man. I'm gonna nail this essay.
Okay.
Thanks, Max. See.
What does that even mean, Max?
Yeah, Nerf Max.
For sure, Nerf Max. Hungry eyes make hungry feet.
What was it?
No, that was it. That's what it was.
That was it, yeah. 100%.
That was it?
Yeah,
nailed
you
it.
got it. That's
That
why.
classic saying that everyone says all the time.
You just happen to have the feeling of like, what does that mean? You know?
Yeah.
Hungry eyes make hungry feet.
Oh, good stuff. Good stuff.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I can't wait until we're back in person so we could do the karaoke stream, which we promised to do many, many moons ago, but I've
Yep.
not gotten the
The
chance to do it.
technology.
Forget about it.
The
We'll do it.
technology in the DMCA isn't here right now. Okay.
Amazing. Yeah.
We don't want a DMCA. We just want a YMCA.
Dan, that's gonna get us DMCA. What are you doing?
Hold on, wait.
You've created the problem.
Royalty-free version. DMCA.
That's good. I
like it,
haven't
yeah.
I haven't put a dress shirt on in like a really long time.
How did you decide which one to put on, Max? Is the question.
It was kind of the closest.
So what you're saying is you owe motion design the dollar instead of the other way around. He taught you something.
Oh. No. Also, these it has a hole in the elbow.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Why do you still have this then?
I don't want to throw away good clothes. I'll sew it at some point.
Max,
Are you gonna
Not-
sew it, Max?
Probably
it's
not.
good clothes. It has a third armhole.
No, you can be a cool professor that has like the kneecap
The patch.
sewed on.
The
yeah,
patch.
yeah.
Exactly.
Are you gonna put a patch on it?
The knee
Maybe.
for the elbow.
Yeah, kneecap elbow patch.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to put it.
This is my striking elbow.
That's some real anime stuff though, where like you meet a character who has a hole in there, you're like, this is my striking elbow. And you're like, what does that mean? And then they get into a bar fight, and he's like, wham! And the only thing that's playing dirty is his elbow.
This is
Yeah.
He
this
fights
is
with nothing but his elbow the whole time.
this is the elbow that makes the 16-wheelers honk their horn.
Oh, I'd watch that. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our next game this evening, shall we? This is a brand new game. Whoa!
A new game.
So before we explain what the game is, in fact, we're not going to explain it. We're just going to get some prompts and have y'all go for it. I think that'll be more fun. Dan, why don't you get the gets on this one?
Yeah, so for this, let's say, what's a good lesson that you think any young kid, elementary school, middle schooler, like, should learn that you think they're not learning? Any lessons? It can be to do something, it can be to not do something, whatever you think would be a good lesson that you think they should learn. How
Easy enough for
photosynthesis?
middle school children. Easy enough.
How photosynthesis works? It's just turning green. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right.
JMLD, I think that mechanics is a little higher education than middle school.
Dan, I like the first one.
I do. I wanted to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But so the lesson,
Percolate, but-
yeah, the lesson is going to be wearing sunscreen and the importance of sunscreen. You know, it's not talked about enough. And then also, could we get just a word? It could have maybe 2 to 3 syllables in it. I say is an appropriate amount of word. I want a 2 to 3 word syllable, as Dom would say.
Yes, exactly.
So any just word.
To throw elbows in here.
You can throw elbows.
You got to throw elbows.
Oh, Skittle Bean. Yeah, you know, I specifically am going to pick pistachio for a couple reasons. And my favorite is to see if spelling is something that we have passed. All right, so again, this is, we're gonna be learning about the importance of sunscreen, and pistachio is going to be part of that somehow. All right, take it away.
Well, hello there, kids. It's time for another very important lesson, which is why your principal called the two of us down from the station to help teach you.
Yeah, we're very learned individuals. So, what we're gonna do is teach you about sunscreen safety.
That's right. Did you know that the sun is a massive ball of fire that wants to burn your skin follicles off every second of every day?
And we talked about fire safety recently, so now we're gonna learn a little bit more about fire safety.
This is some advanced fire safety, so you might need to take some notes.
Yeah, I want to see those pencils moving. I can see them from up here. And remember, no cell phones.
That's right. Now, we've got a very important word that's going to help you remember exactly how you're going to be able to protect yourself from the evils of the sun. That word is pistachio.
And so this is what we in the business like to call an acronym. That means each letter stands for a different thing that will teach you about sunscreen safety, such as our first letter, P, which is protect yourself. Protect yourself from the sun by applying sunscreen.
That's right. Very important and very simple. Another very simple one is the next letter, I, which is I am going to put on sunscreen. It's important that when you go outside, before you go outside, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself, I am going to put on sunscreen. That kind of self-affirmation is going to take you places, kids.
Yeah, and you know what other good words come from self-observation? That's our next word, S. Now, you're probably thinking, S stands for sunscreen. No, it doesn't. It stands for soak up the sunscreen. You gotta lather it up, because if you don't put your sunscreen on, you're not gonna be protected. You gotta let your skin soak up the sunscreen.
That's right. You gotta soak it all in so that you have that barrier inside of your skin. Now, the next letter is T, and this one's extremely important. It stands for teeth. Whatever you do, don't put sunscreen on your teeth. It's not going to taste good, and it's going to do damage for your mouth and your dental hygiene. It seems a lot like toothpaste. I know. Trust me, I've made this mistake before. But make sure that you distinguish the two and you keep sunscreen out of your mouth.
All right, and moving right along to the next letter/word of this acronym is another A, which is apply sunscreen. If you thought you put enough sunscreen on, you're wrong. You need more. If you still have a bottle of sunscreen left, you didn't put on enough.
Your skin tone needs to be that of a piece of slightly faded old paper. That being said, it has so much sunscreen caked onto it that you cannot distinguish yourself from the sunscreen. Anyways, let's move on to the next letter, which is C. C is for cholesterol. Remember, you can get a lot of important vitamins from the sun. One of those being cholesterol. You gotta make sure that you get the right amount of cholesterol in order to keep yourself safe. So make sure that you apply the proper SPF of sunscreen so that you know which intake of cholesterol to take.
All right, and we've got the next letter, which is H, which it should be very obvious to anyone who is paying attention. H stands for heal your skin with sunscreen by applying it whenever you go outside or have vigorous outdoor activities.
Yes.
It's very helpful.
Very helpful, very important. Now, you gotta remember this next letter is another I, but it's not the same as the first I. The first I stood for I am going to put on sunscreen. The second I stands for I have put on sunscreen. Now that you have put on sunscreen, you need to check yourself everywhere to make sure that you haven't missed any spots. If you missed some spots, you gotta go back and start it over again.
And that is what our last and final letter of pistachio stands for, which is, ooh la la, I have put on enough sunscreen. And you know that you have put on enough sunscreen when you are completely covered. And we are talking even under the clothes that you are wearing, you need to have sunscreen.
You got it.
There's a lot of secret agents out there trying to get to you and burn your skin. So make sure to put it on under your t-shirts and your bathing suits.
And please, you gotta get sunscreen under your fingernails. It's a very sensitive area and you might not think about it right off the bat.
Especially the back of the fingernail, where it is closest to the joint of your finger. It's really tough to get it back in there, but I recommend toothpicks.
That's right. All right, let's review real quick and go over all the points of pistachio.
All right, so for our first letter, we've got P, which is please put on sunscreen.
Then there's I, which is I am going to put on sunscreen.
And nextly, we've got S, which you thought was sunscreen, but it is soak in the sunscreen.
Mm-hmm. Then we've got T, which is teeth, as in don't put sunscreen there.
And next, we've got an A, which is apply more sunscreen.
Mm-hmm. Then we've got C, which, as you remember, is for cholesterol. It's very important to get the right amount from the sun.
And next, we've got H, which is heal yourself with sunscreen. If you're low HP on your enemies, put on some sunscreen.
Then we've got the second I, which isn't I am going to put on sunscreen, it's I have put on sunscreen.
And finally, ooh la la, I have put on all of the sunscreen.
So, if you follow these very important tips, you will not burst into flames as you walk to school every morning. But if you don't, bad things are going to happen to your skin.
Bad things indeed. I once saw a person who didn't put on their sunscreen and they melted into a bowl of Jell-O.
Yep, we saw him. He came into the station and he was a bowl of Jell-O. And we were like, hey, that's not a guy in our station. That's a bowl of Jell-O. And then someone was like, but it was a guy. And he didn't put on his sunscreen.
And you can actually come and visit him. He's quite friendly. His name is Frank.
Mm-hmm. All right, kids, I hope you learned a lot. And we'll be back next week to teach you all about another lesson as long as the school keeps paying us for it.
See.
Ooh, no.
Did chat, you learn anything? We're here to teach things that no one
Does
else.
the sun have good cholesterol and bad cholesterol, or is it all
No.
one or the other?
There are all good. There are a bunch of different types of cholesterol, 37 to be exact. And there's active cholesterol and passive cholesterol. Active cholesterol is like firebending, where it attacks you directly. And then there's negative cholesterol, which waits for your opponent to attack you.
There's also things like potential cholesterol, where if you put cholesterol at the top of a stair, it transitions
Into kinetic
kinetic cholesterol.
Electromagnetic cholesterol.
And then the worst type of cholesterol, reverse mortgages.
Yeah, reverse mortgage cholesterol.
Is a mayonnaise a cholesterol?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well,
How did you guys like the game?
But yeah, we hope you all enjoyed our new educational game.
Very educational.
Yes.
We realized we needed to transition into more educational content.
We're trying to be more kid-friendly, so that way
Yeah.
we get more views on YouTube.
That's why we tried the baby thing at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kids. They can relate to other kids. Dan, I did make some merch for you. You specifically.
Just for me?
Just for you.
Oh, good.
I thought it was funny. It made me laugh.
Yeah.
So we all know.
It's a
Ain't
vibe.
easy photosynthesizing.
Very
That's
good. Very
That's
good.
because it's raining,
I
so there's
refreshed
no
the
sun.
page to look at the thing, and now I gotta add.
Amazing.
Gots to
Well,
add.
We'll take our own ads. Yeah. Chat
Speaking of
pals.
ad,
We have to do the ad read, right?
yeah.
This show is sponsored by HelloFresh. If you want to get a meal that comes directly to your door,
Note, this show is not sponsored by HelloFresh. Please get us a sponsorship.
Do you realize how much teaching we could do if we were actually paid?
That's true.
imagine a teacher saying that to their students, like their middle school.
All right, everybody. This Dare Talk is brought to you by Skillshare.
I imagine it's not even that. It's literally they're like, all right, here, and this is how long division. Whoop! Today's classroom is sponsored by Hello Square Raid. How's it going? Or what if they had to read the actual copy? So, like, what's the one where it's like Squatch, Dr. Squatch soap? Could you imagine your gym teacher just pulling out a bar of that and being like, your balls stink. Like, let's get this.
Oh my god, why haven't we thought about this? Commercializing teachers.
Commercialize the public
Look,
school system.
Because we're too
This is
busy
we get
teaching
the
them how to
funding.
use guns right now, Dan. They can't afford to learn ad copy at
Oh,
the
you're
same
right.
time.
We're teaching them both how to use guns and how to hide from guns. It's crazy.
Yeah, Sneaky, I got mad because my roommate was like, I decided to buy some soap. And then it came, and I was like, is this squash soap? And he was like, yes. And I was like, I'm so mad. And he's like, why? Because that means their advertising worked. It's like, well, no, I just wanted to try. I was like, you could have bought any brand of soap out there, and you chose the guy who breaks a plate. That's what you wanted.
Is it bad or good that I don't know what this squash soap is?
It's a good thing.
Watch, like Sasquatch.
Like Sasquatch.
Oh, I googled it. It looks like a brick.
Dan, do you watch YouTube a lot or somewhat often?
Yeah, but they're only sponsored by
Well,
HelloFresh.
But have you do you see like pre-roll ads and stuff like that on YouTube, or do you use ad blocker?
No, I see them.
Okay, so have you ever heard, you're not a dish, you're a man, and then you rapidly hit the skip button as fast as you can?
Or you're doing something else.
Watch that.
Not that I recall, but I might have.
I've been watching a lot of like philosophy YouTubers recently, and fun fact for people who aren't on that side of YouTube, those are like primed to get targeted by religious groups. So I've seen so many like, you can talk to a Mormon about anything commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, what does an evangelical lifestyle mean for you? Let's have a conversation. Order this book, and like, you're like, why? This is not how that should be working. But I don't know. Those are
Chad,
some fun ads.
Chad,
too.
if we started a vlog channel, would you watch?
Wait, Did you say a blog?
No, a
channel?
vlog channel.
Oh, okay.
A
thank
blog
goodness.
channel where we
you
just
know, daily uploads, mid-roll ads.
What
the
if we
whole
did it? What if
works.
we did a channel? I imagine our channel would be like in the style of the original like Green Brothers, where they would ask the other one a question, and then the other one would have to make a video on it. They'd be like, "Steve, why do chainmail come in certain patterns?" And you'd be like, "Great question, Tom." And then you'd walk me around your apartment, and then you would point out some things. That's what I imagine.
You can find out by getting Squatch chainmail.
You're not a man. You're a medieval knight on a crusade. Frick's dish, anyways. Oh, good stuff.
If we did that for the whole month of May, would you guys watch it?
The whole month of May.
What's our clever May vlog title, Dan? We can't do anything if it doesn't have a good title.
The answer was April showers brings vlogs. But it's in
I'm
May.
on board.
Or it could
Dan,
just be, maybe I know the answer.
Dan, do you just want to become a vlogger?
Yeah.
Is that a thing that you want to do?
Yeah.
You can do it.
Why don't you and Melissa start a vlog? I feel like the two of you would be great at it. Like, genuinely, you two should just start a vlog.
No, we should do a vlog. Where it's just one of us asking a question, and then the response vlog is just a real quick shot of just no, and then that's the end. 'Cause that was the answer to the question.
Every time.
Yeah.
We might be onto something here.
I wouldn't mind doing a vlog where we just answer questions that people have of, I don't know, life, the universe, and everything.
But it's only our questions to each other.
Yeah,
But
sure.
But we don't know what question is being posed to us until it's already posed and on the internet. So it's already in stone. Because we
And then
don't
we
see
just have
until
to
we see
answer.
the other person's vlog. And we're like, fuck. I gotta answer
We
that
end
question.
our vlog with a question for the next person's.
Oh, I like
Isn't
that.
that
I
how
like
the
that.
Greens work?
No, I think they would start their video. Well, I don't even know if they. I don't know. But
We should
they
play
would
an
start it
improv
with
game.
Yeah, we probably should. We'll work on our fake vlog series later. We're gonna play the game 10,000 blanks. So what we're gonna need from chat is just a bunch of nouns. You know what we're looking for. Just mess up chat with nouns. Litter chat with nouns everywhere. Put so much nouns out there that people will become normalized.
Oh, Ellie face.
Ellie face! What?
You're actually
Just in time! We're gonna play 10,000 blanks! Which means we just need you to put a bunch of nouns in the chat. Whatever nouns you're feeling, Ellie Face crew. Face Squad, Face Deep. I don't know what your colloquial group calling is. I guess
The faces.
the faces, Face Off. That
The
classic
faceless
film?
masses?
See, Ellie Face's joke
Faceless
reminded
mask?
me.
Ooh.
Do you guys remember the ads for? I think it was State Farm, but it was the State Farm representative was Justin Case.
Yes.
His name was Justin Case.
It's a great joke. Have you met his brother just in time?
Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's
That's how brothers work.
Yeah, like Mario, and Luigi Mario.
yeah. You know, you
Um,
have Hank Green and Hank John. You know, that's how brothers work.
and Hank Hill, the third Green brother.
The third Hank brother.
Now I'm just picturing like like all the John Green books, but they're narrated. The audiobooks narrated by Hank Hill. She had cancer, Bobby. Alrighty.
Oh no.
Let's go ahead. Keep those nouns coming. And we're gonna go ahead and start making jokes, probably. I don't know. Let's do Nerf guns. 10,000 Nerf guns.
10,000 Nerf guns walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve Nerf guns here," and all the Nerf guns dart out of there.
10,000 Nerf guns walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve Nerf guns here." And the Nerf guns say, "What's it to you, sucker?"
10,000 Nerf guns walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve Nerf guns here," and the Nerf guns go, "Oh, shoot."
10,000 Nerf guns walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve Nerf guns here." And they go, "All right, you asked for this, but quick, put on these glasses first."
10,000 Nerf guns walk into the bar. The bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve Nerf guns in here." And the Nerf guns go, "But there's no one in here." And the bartender goes, "Yeah, legally it's Nerf for nothing."
Oh wow! Wow! Let's go ahead with our next one, which is spaghetti. 10,000 spaghetti.
10,000 spaghettis walk into the bar. The bartender says, "We don't allow spaghetti in here." And the spaghetti go, "Balls."
10,000 spaghettis walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve spaghetti here. Get out of here." And they're like, "Come on, let's try another bar. One of these will eventually stick."
10,000 spaghetti walk into the bar. The bartender says, "We don't let spaghetti in here." And they say, "Come on, man, no need to be such a wet noodle."
10,000 spaghetti walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve no spaghetti here." And the spaghetti go, "Hey, fork you."
Hey, 10,000 spaghetti walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve spaghetti here." And the spaghetti says, "Well, that sounds like a far-followed tale."
10,000 spaghetti walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve spaghetti here." And they go, "Come on, my girlfriend, she's at home. She could have come out." And it's like, "Oh no, why's your girlfriend at home?" And they're like, Basil.
10,000 spaghetti walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve no spaghetti here." And the spaghetti go, "Oh yeah, why not?" And the bartender says, "Because last time you were short on your bill 1 penny."
10,000 the spaghetti walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve spaghetti here." And the spaghettis go, "Can't you rig it, Tony?"
Jesus
10,000 spaghetti walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve spaghetti here." And the spaghetti says, "We're al dente, and you're losing teeth."
Let's move on for the love of God. Let's do, oh boy, let's do 10,000 florists. Just 10,000 florists.
10,000 florists walk into the bar. The bartender says, whoa, we don't serve florists here." And the florists go, "Wow, I'm florid."
10,000 florists walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve florists here." And the florists just look at each other and go, "Okay."
10,000 florists walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve florists here. Get out." And they're like, "Oh, we just wanted to find some action for our tulips."
10,000 florists walk into the bar. The bartender says, "We don't allow florists in here." And the florists all go, "What, do you want us to fawn over you?"
10,000 florists walk into the bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve florists here." And they say, "No, our friend arranged a blind date."
10,000 florists walk in the bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve florists here." And they're like, I guess we rose out of bed for nothing.
All right, and then we'll do one more, which is 10,000 Band-Aids. 10,000 Band-Aids.
10,000 Band-Aids walk in the bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve Band-Aids here." And the Band-Aids go, "That's a ripoff."
10,000 Band-Aids walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve Band-Aids here." And they're like, "Come on, we're just looking for a new boo-boo."
10,000 Band-Aids walk into the bar. The bartender says, whoa, we don't serve Band-Aids here." And the Band-Aids go, "It's okay. We're not the name brand. We're just adhesive medical strips."
10,000 Band-Aids walk into the bar. The bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve Band-Aids here." And they say, "We're not here for a drink. We're here for our portion, for your protection." And the bartender goes, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "You know that we're always coming for a cut."
10,000 Band-Aids walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve Band-Aids here." And the Band-Aids go, "You're making me pull my hair out."
10,000 Band-Aids walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve Band-Aids here." And the Band-Aids go, "What? But we're just here for a drink." And he's like, "Oh yeah?" And they're like, "Heel yeah."
10,000 Band-Aids walk into a bar and the bartender's like, hey, we don't serve Band-Aids here. And they're like, come on, the band's coming in right after us, we promise. And the band comes in and they're like, it's cool, guy, they're with us. And the bartender's like, all right, that's cool. And then the band turns to the Band-Aids and it's like, you guys are so helpful, we're so glad we hired you. And then they go have a drink and have a great night.
All right, I think we're done with this game.
That's enough of that.
That's enough of that one. All right, sprinkle that up, throw it in the waste bin,
Oh my god.
and then they never played that game again.
And eight. Okay, and we're done.
Nerf Dan.
Yeah, for sure. For
Look,
sure.
is it the first thing I thought of? Yes.
End of sentence. Next question.
Oh my god.
Carry on.
Oh, amazing.
It's too good.
Well, thanks, Freighters, for sticking around through that atrocity, war crime. Yeah, this is Show It to Live, weekly comedy improv. That's what you get.
Never follows the Geneva Convention. That's our motto.
Never follows the Geneva Convention, but haven't broken it yet.
No one asked, Geneva.
Geneva from the block. Let's go ahead and just move on to our next game, which is a game we like to call Gossip Line. So everyone's going to go away except Steve and Dan. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
We're leaving now.
Oh, they're
Bye.
Oh, wow, they're gone. All right, Steve, if you want to explain what's going on.
All right, everyone. We're going to need a title for our story that we're going to be telling. Specifically, I'm going to be telling. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to tell a 2-minute story to Dan. Dan's going to have, I believe, 1 minute to tell that to somebody else. I'm usually at the end of this, so I don't remember the times exactly. And then the next person gets 30 seconds, and then
45 seconds and 30 seconds and 15 seconds. It's whispered down the lane, but we got to be faster every time.
Yeah. That's the gist of it. I'm bad with time, but I've only got 2 minutes. So, all right, we started to get in some titles for this story. Thank you. And maybe if chat is good, we will get another dog before the end of the night.
Is that I don't know if that's like a threat or like the threat of reward. What does that mean? What happens when you like threaten someone with a reward? Or is it just
if chat is good?
Wait, is that just a reward? It's
Yeah.
not. Okay. For some reason I was like the phrase is like to threaten someone with a reward, but
Don't threaten me with a good time, Daniel.
yeah.
All right. So we're going to get right into it. I've got my eye on a title that I like, and Dan, let me know when we're in the scene.
All right, take it away.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I've got a crazy story for you.
Yo, hit me with it.
I just needed to let somebody know.
Yeah, for sure. Tell me.
All right, cool. So the other day, I went on my lunch break from work, and it was a little confusing because it was rush hour at lunch. So I had to pick where I wanted to go, but most of the restaurants were pretty full. So I ended up choosing to go to KFC real quick because they had a drive-through and it seemed to be moving pretty well. So what happened was I found out my car had been stolen. So I find this out, and then I'm like looking all over for it. I'm getting hungry. My lunch break is about to end, and it turns out that I just found a box on the side of the road, drew some sides on it, and then walked through the entire KFC drive-through, as I had mentioned before. And once I got to the payment station, they gave me my food, and then only after that did they question why I was in a box. And it turns out that they have a strict no box policy. So they released the hounds on me So I am like booking it in this box, cardboard box taped to my shoulders as a car. I am booking it from these dogs. I have a bucket of chicken in my hand. I didn't pay for it. I am like booking it across town when I come across my good friend Gerald. And Gerald said, "Look, I will take that bucket of chicken off your hands and go in your place, but remember this debt for later because turns out Gerald is a demon and now he owns my soul and I don't really know what to do."
Oh, I mean, yeah, that sounds pretty bad. Being in debt to a demon. As weird as it is, I have dealt with this before. Let me call my demon lawyer for you. They know all about demon law as they are a demon themselves, and should be able to see what we can do in terms of that contract. Because you didn't sign anything, right?
I did.
Oh, okay, just fax that over to me real quick, and
Okay.
I'll show that to them. Okay, you signed.
Thank you.
You did. Okay, whatever. I'll figure it out for you. You'll be fine, Steve. All right.
All right, great.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Hi. I know it's been a while since we've worked together, but you know how you're my demon lawyer. I just
of
need
course.
I just need some more advice for my friend. Let me just tell you the story real quick. So my friend Steve was working. He was on his lunch break, but it was like rush hour. So he wanted to get something quick. So his plan was to go to KFC. So he went out to the parking garage, but he found out that his car had been stolen. So he couldn't go through the drive-thru. But then he saw a spare box on the side of the road. So he sticks his legs into it and tapes it over his shoulders to make it look like a car. So he's going through the KFC drive-thru. Everything's going fine. He makes his order at the order window. But then when he gets to the pay window, they don't want to let him pay because they have a no box policy. Apparently, there's been an issue before. So they sick the hounds on him, right? So the hounds are chasing him. And he stole a bucket of chicken and is running with this bucket of chicken. But he doesn't know what to do with his hounds. But then he runs into his friend Gerald. And Gerald, he ends up being like, "You're going to owe me." And he's a demon. So now he sort of is in a contract with a demon.
Well, that's unfortunately pretty binding. I know Gerald. You and I went to the same law school together.
Oh.
I gotta admit, he's pretty good at his craft. But you know,
Well, I faxed over the contract to you. Is there anything you could do for him?
fortunately, this isn't my area of expertise. I deal exclusively in demon tree contracts. But tree law, it's where the money is. But I can send this over to one of my old professors. Perhaps he would be able to peruse it.
All right, that would be very helpful. Thank you.
Of course. Thanks. Perfect. Love it.
All right, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.
Sounds great. Boop, 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 boop. Hello! It's me, your former law student. How are you, demon law professor of mine?
Hello. Would you mind reminding me of your name? I go through so many students.
You're very good, professor. You know we're taught never to give out our name unless it's incredibly important.
Yes. Good work. Good work.
Of course. Anyways, an individual for whom I have many existing contracts called about a friend, and I feel like I kind of owe him one considering I've damned him to all eternity. So I was hoping maybe I'm faxing you over a contract, hoping you could peruse it. I'll explain the legal situation behind it.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait until we get internet in hell.
Oh, yes, it'll be a great time, surely. Then we'll be the sinners. But anyways, so I faxed over the contract. My client has a friend named Steve, and Steve is a particularly hungry boy. So he ended up going to go out and try and get himself some lunch one day. So he decided to fancy some Kentucky Fried Chicken, you know, the Colonel and whatnot. But unfortunately, the line was just so long, and it was going to go over his lunch break. So he decides to go through the drive-through window, but he doesn't have a car. So he finds an abandoned box, sticks his legs through, and now, boom, he's got himself a walking car. And sure enough, he orders, and he gets through the first window, but then he makes his way to the second second window, and they've heard of these boxcars before, so they say, no dice, you can't have anything. But he's like, enough of this, I'm hungry. So he reaches through the window and grabs a bucket of chicken, but they stick some hellhounds on him, and now he's being chased by these hellhounds. So he eventually runs into his friend Gerald, who makes him sign a contract to get away from him.
Right. That is quite a tricky situation your friend has found himself in.
Gerald's good. He's a good guy. He makes a good contract.
Yeah, that's right. Well, what specifically do you need? It sounds like it could be a tough situation. Just the exact wording you need.
Well, I just need to see if you could peruse the contract, or if you know any specialists that could help get us out of this one. It'd be appreciated.
Absolutely. Here in the Demon University, there's a lot of fine people that I work with. I'll talk to a specialist and see. I'll get their eyes on it.
Excellent. Appreciate it. Well, you have to get all 6 eyes on it. Let me know what they say.
Never give out your name, Bob.
Never give out your name. All right. Have a good one.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, hello. Sorry, I went through my Rolodex. You are quite adept at looking through demon contracts. That's correct?
That's one of my specialties, yes.
Okay, great. This is Professor Examore from the Hell University.
It's pronounced Examer, but yeah, that's it.
We have a specialty contract that I need you to take a look at, but you need a little bit of background first. Let me just run through it quickly.
All right, go for it.
So there was a man, Steve, who was going out for his lunch break, and he decided to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, and he wanted to wait in the line, but it was far too long. It would take him too long to wait in the line. So he decides to go through the drive-through. So he gets a cardboard box and puts it on. He orders at the first window, fine, but he gets to the second window, and they know that people are doing the cardboard box thing, so they say no dice. He grabs through the window, grabs a bucket of chicken, and starts running off. And they know that this is a possibility, so they sick hellhounds on him to chase him down, but he's stopped by Gerald, who gets the hellhounds off of him for a cost, which is the contract. Now, we need you to look at this contract and make sure that it is airtight. I had a previous student call me up, and don't tell him that I gave you my name, because if anybody finds out that I'm giving my name out, there will be hell to pay.
Oh, I'm well aware of the consequences. Yes, all right. I believe I can talk to this Steve person and see just what the issue seems to be.
Perfect.
I do charge a pretty steep fee, though.
I know you do, but I need the best.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello, your name is Steve.
Oh, how did you know?
Yes, well, I have been hired to, let's say, look into your current predicament, and I want to make sure that I have all the details straight before I really delve into your possible opportunities. Does that sound okay with you?
That sounds okay with me, yeah.
All right, let me just run down what I know. So, you were going to go to KFC and you had to go to the drive-thru, but you didn't have a car, so you used a box instead of a car, but they caught on to your box scheme. So instead, they sicked hellhounds on you, and you tried to get rid of the hellhounds when Gerald tried to help you, but now you're in a contract.
Yes, and he took my chicken.
That's right, he took your chicken. Well, it seems that there aren't many options for you, but I might be able to offer your soul in exchange for freedom from Gerald and getting your chicken back?
Oh, I already gave him my soul.
Oh, I know. Part of the deal is that I would be taking your soul from Gerald and then my collection. But you would get your chicken back.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. I'll send you the fax with all of the details necessary.
Thank you. I'm just very hungry right now.
Good to know. Well, goodbye.
All right, bye-bye.
See.
There we go. Look at that.
Wow.
Demonic KFC.
And the whole legal system to boot.
The funny thing is, I don't think I mentioned facts to Alex, or did I, Alex?
You didn't mention what?
I don't think I mentioned facts to you. Did I say that
No.
I was going to fact?
Oh, we had a whole bit where we were all faxing each other the whole time.
Oh, what?
Part of the story.
No, I just said facts because I know that was like an outdated form of communication, and you started it off with talking about a Rolodex.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
So I was like, okay, we're just doing it old school now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah. Alex, do us a solo down about hell law, please.
Oh,
Hey, take it
All
away.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. If you don't want your soul thrown into a toothy maw, then you better study up on hell's law. It's really important that you get all the facts. It turns out the devil communicates through facts. Hey!
Hey! That's a great one.
Oh, we got him.
Spicy. Love to see
There's
it.
no hellish punishment like hearing a fax machine and waiting for a fax. So
Okay. Weird. This is kind of a weird opinion, but I really like the sound of dial-up internet starting. That just god awful like.
It's just early EDM, right? Isn't that the whole theory?
yeah. You know what I also really like? The sound of nails on a chalkboard. I just think there's something so beautiful about it, you know?
I know Dan's doing a bit, and Alex was somewhere in the middle there, but like I really like the smell of like diesel and gasoline when you get at the gas station.
Yeah.
You get a nice whiff of it in, you're like, ooh, that petroleum.
And then you're standing there and you're like, all right, I know one hit's not going to kill me.
Yeah. I'll just get in, get a slushy, fill my car, and leave. That's it. Just one more time.
Yeah. Accidentally fills your cup with gas and your car with slushy, but who's to say the difference?
Oh,
They're both chemical.
Car runs better now, but I don't.
I've never sang along to the dial-up song, but I am curious if there's a trap remix of it. I feel like I looked that up.
Gotta
once.
be.
I'm
Yeah,
almost
certainly.
positive I looked up trap remix for dial-up sound one time.
That's Rule 35, but it exists as a trap remix of it.
Well, I mean, that's not what Rule 35 is, but that's okay. We can move on.
Oh, right. Rule 35 is photosynthesis. I forgot.
Yes, that's it. You've nailed it. That's why 1/4 of all internet is green. It's just photosynthesizing.
Damn. Blow my mind right there.
You learn something new every day.
Steve, I feel like you were about to say something. What were you about to say, Steve?
no.
All right, never mind. Max, I feel like you were about to say something. Max, what were you about to say?
No.
All right, we'll move on.
Dom, I feel like you were about to say something. What were you about to say?
No. Welcome to our improv stream where we only say no.
Oh, man. This is the no improv stream.
That's our April
No
Fool's
but.
stream. We just say no but the whole time. And
Right?
no.
It is kind of great, Sneaky. It's pretty good.
Alrighty. Well, speaking of and no, let's move on to our next game, which, oh boy, I promise this wasn't intentional. It's Judge Judy Executioner. More law. That's what we all need in the world right now. So we'll go ahead and let Judge Dan take over for the time being.
Yeah, order in the chat. We need a suggestion from you. This is for the alleged crime that the witness is now on, or the defendant is on the witness stand for. This should be a crime that isn't too serious, but isn't not too serious. Think of something that a roommate would do to annoy you, or would make you maybe get like a half hour of community service, like something in that, like two SpongeBob episodes worth of community service.
Just in case you don't know how long a half hour is.
Yeah.
That's the best frame of reference.
Yeah, it's definitely not 24 minutes because of commercials. I'm talking about 2 SpongeBob episodes with commercials.
With commercials.
Yeah. The commercials are part of the community service.
That's always the most painful part of a prison sentence is the commercial break.
Yeah, they're like, I don't want Raid Shadow Legends. Jesus Christ. All right, so let's see what we got. And what do we got? I stared at chat and couldn't read a single word. And there's so many words. All right, let's see. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, is any of these jumping out to you, Dom?
Yeah. They hid banana peels everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that seems... Yeah, that's it. The defense has hidden... Allegedly has hidden a bunch of banana peels everywhere. Now, for the second part of suggestions for this game, you guys have already suggested that in our show suggestion chat in our Discord, where photos were submitted by all of you. If you have any fun photos or other stuff you want to be in other photo suggestion games, drop them in our Discord. But
also, some of you have access to things you shouldn't have. Why do you have so many of these photos? What are you doing? What are your secrets? Anyways.
All right, let's go to the court. Order in the court. Now I want to make this quick, all right? I left home when there was still an ad running between the SpongeBob episodes, and I don't want to miss the beginning of the next one. So, just to remind everybody, we have the defense up on the witness stand. They have allegedly hidden banana peels everywhere that can be imagined. So I want this to be wrapped up quick so I can hopefully see more Sandy and Patrick shenanigans. All right, take it away. Prosecution, you have the floor.
Thank you, Your Honor. People of the jury, I know that it may seem a small crime to eat a fruit and leave said unedible parts of the fruit strewn about. After all, they are biodegradable, are they not? But one thing is perfectly clear in our laws and statutes, and that is that harm can come to people when banana peels are laying on the ground. Orange peels aren't too much of an issue, and in this town we see an orange peel every now and then, but banana peels are just begging for someone to run them over in a go-kart, flip upside down, and lose about 4 seconds of time in the race, or worse, death. So, people of the jury, I have compiled evidence against the defense in hopes of shedding some light on the situation and revealing to you why it is true that this person is in fact guilty of throwing banana peels and hiding them on the ground. So, let's start with the first piece of evidence, shall we? Now, as you can see here, we have what may be eventually a whole lot of food on the ground on top of a person. Now, this is no uncommon sight in our town. However, one thing that you may not notice is that, what's that behind all of those chickens? Well, I think there's a banana peel. Defense, would you care to comment on when this photo was taken place?
So this is on my farm. This is a picture of me, and so on my farm, we have chickens and we have crops. We have some other livestock, yes, I make often trips to the local town to be able to sell our goods and produce and livestock.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, what do you feed the chickens?
As I said, we have a variety of crops. I guess it should be known there are banana trees on our premises. I think that was noted in the evidence log. But we feed the chickens a sort of ground up vegetable mash.
Mm-hmm. And as a banana farmer, I'm sure you're aware of the law that states that it is considered criminal negligence to leave banana peels on the ground unattended. Are you not aware of this?
Absolutely. We understand that growing bananas is one of the most costly and risky things that you can do in this state. We understand very well. We've been doing this a very long time. I don't know why we would risk it now after so many years of safely keeping our banana trees.
Mm-hmm. And do you ever eat any of the bananas that you grow on your banana trees?
Well, certainly, it would be a real shame not to.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, no further questions for now. Let's just move on to the next piece of evidence, shall we? This is evidence number 2. Now, as many people here are well aware, at the local suit shop here in town, it's important that we, show our style and town spirit, if you will. I actually bought my suit from this place. Tell me, have you ever been to this suit shop?
Yes, I bought this dress shirt at this suit shop specifically as well.
Interesting. Are you aware of all the different colors of undershirts and ties that they sell at this suit shop?
I'm sorry?
Colors, like the spectrum of light that bounces into our rods and cones and our eyeballs, thus distinguishing different patterns.
I understand colors. You're asking me if I know of all of the possible merchandise that they sell at this store?
Just if you're generally aware of the merchandise that could be sold at this store.
I understand what's sold at a suit shop generally suits. I'm not at this time able to list every single article of clothing they sell.
Would it be logical to assume that they sell yellow ties at this suit shop?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And would you say that a yellow tie on the ground might look similar to a banana peel thrown on the ground?
Oh, I think I understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I, 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 yes, I think that those two things could be mistaken. It's something I think what you're referring to is the many times that I've been at City Hall prior trying to dissuade people from purchasing yellow ties. I understand.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it's strange that at this suit shop is one of the locations where one of the hidden banana peels were found.
There was a banana peel found directly outside of this suit shop, and I believe that it caused injury.
That's right. That's right. It did. Because someone, as we've established, not so difficultly assumed that it was a yellow tie, and therefore there was no danger in the immediate area. And in fact, it was not a yellow tie, but a banana peel, and they slipped and fell. Now, would we consider this sort of urban camouflage as hiding a banana peel?
I guess it really depends on if you think that mistaking a yellow tie is cause of the victim or of whoever put the banana peel there.
Well, unfortunately, in the eyes of the law, it's the person who placed the banana peel. Now, let's move on to evidence number 3, shall we? That's right. It's Burger Lingerie. Tell me, are you familiar with this site?
Yes.
And tell me, what type of toppings are typically on burgers? What type of toppings do you see here in this evidence depicted?
There's buns, tomatoes, American cheese, lettuce, ketchup, burger.
A distinct lack of banana, wouldn't you say?
I'm not sure what you're saying.
Well, what I'm saying is the local burger shop is known for their banana burgers. It's a local delicacy. People come from all around to get them.
Yeah,
Strange. This burger lingerie would be lacking a banana, don't you think?
well, someone's got to supply the banana to the burger shop. Maybe this lingerie store wasn't buying any bananas. Maybe none of the clothes stores were buying any bananas, huh?
Maybe they weren't. Maybe they weren't buying any bananas. And yet bananas kept appearing at them. Now, I happen to have some security footage suggesting that you have been to the local burger shop more than a few times. Is that not correct?
That's right. I'm very good friends with the owner.
Interesting. So you've been to the burger shop, you've been to the suit shop,
Mhm.
both of which are known for having many bananas near them, or at least have had a banana incident in recent history.
That's
and
correct.
and yet, you claim that you have no relation to the two.
This this town has been struggling financially for a long time, and if people just purchased more bananas, then I think that we'd be going a lot further, is all I'm saying.
If people purchased more bananas. And maybe if people purchased more bananas, they would think to throw away the banana peels, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Otherwise, the banana peels might have to work themselves.
That's right. They might have to work themselves or have someone very deliberately work them for them. So, since there is such a lack of buying bananas other than you and your business in this town, and since it seems that people should be buying more bananas and yet aren't, it would appear that there's a very small number of people that could possibly be hiding the banana peels around town, wouldn't you say?
Look, anything I've done, it's for the good of the community, and I always knew that.
Well, I think that's about as close to a confession as we're getting. Your Honor, I'm ready for the jury to make their decision. I believe that I have presented my case adequately and that they will decide the real truth behind whether this person is very clearly guilty or not.
All right, that's good time because the commercial break is almost up. Jury, now it is up to you. You have your chance to vote if the defendant is guilty or not guilty of the crime of hiding a bunch of banana peels all over the place. Look on the little tablet that we set up in front of you. I don't know, one of the new interns, Gen Zers, set it up. All you have to do is click the button, guilty or not guilty. There's no need to go to another room, no need to deliberate. We're going to figure this out right here and now. We also have a reality TV show happening. That's why there's a camera there and there. We wanted to just get the gritty action but we don't have that many cameras, so that's why you have to do this all. You can't go to another room because there aren't cameras in that room. Also, are all of you cool being filmed for TV? I guess we should have asked that. How does this line up with the law? I don't. Oh man. It's fine. It's fine. We'll see if you guys find me guilty or not guilty of that later. But right now, let's focus on if the defendant here has laid a bunch of bananas all over the place.
There aren't
Am I
any
gonna
rules
get-
against like filming or photography in the courtroom, right?
I don't know. Who's the...
Or specifically of the jury? I don't think so.
I don't
Not
think
that I-
so. Yeah, and it's between the two of us. We know all of the law, so
Yeah.
Am I gonna get any of the money?
For the TV show, we'll get you a syndication deal. We'll see what happens.
Okay, that sounds pretty good.
All right. Well, it looks like the jury has spoken, and the jury finds the defendant not guilty of all charges. They get to slip out of this court without any penalties. I see what you guys did there, jury. I didn't know you'd write in that pun, but
I just want to say something. Everything I did it for my community. Thank you and God bless.
all right. Well, hopefully they have that pizza episode on. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
That pizza episode.
Yeah, SpongeBob. It's a good one.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
The
Krusty Krab pizza
is the
is the pizza.
for you and me. Yeah, free Max, indeed. Free Max, we can nerf him. Well, thank you all. Thank you also, Ophelia, for the follow. Glad that we were able to convince you to show up again. Glad we were able to convince you to keep coming back to this godforsaken abandoned place. But now it is time for us to sing our swan song for the evening. So what we're going to need is any old word, whatever word you're feeling, throw it in chat. And we'll sing us a nice Irish ditty as we serenade at the start of our weekend.
You know what we like to say? It's a swan song, but it's not a long song.
It's true. Here for a swan time, not for a long time.
Oh, God.
You only
That's
live swans.
You only live swans, YOLO. Yo, Swo. Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Tragedy.
Yols.
Tragedy.
It would be yols.
Yols.
Listen up, Yols. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. Let's do Boulder. What a great word. This is the Irish drinking song about boulders.
Okay. We ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, Heidi di 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 di. Oh, Heidi di 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 di. I am quite strong. I never miss. I like breaking rocks, breaking with my fists. I'm a strong man. I never wear a shirt, but sometimes I do like to wear a skirt.
Oh, Heidi di 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 di. I am a player. I play lots of games. That's why I compete in the River Thames. There we do a thing. We do it with a trick. I do it hidden because I am so slick.
Oh, hi-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di. The trick is pretty simple. It doesn't take a lot. All you have to do is go to the bottom of the river with a rock. So there I swam. I swam it really deep. And soon I found that I couldn't lift my feet.
Oh, I-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di. I felt myself panicking. I was grasping for air. I tried to grab some, but it wasn't there. I was waterlogged down there. I started to fear that my death was very, very near. Oh,
Oh, hi-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di. It took me very long. It took them very deep to find my body here in a heap. Now I protect the river that I live in and around. Oh, I will never shiv. Oh, hi-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di-di. Oh,
Amazing. And with that wondrous cacophony of noise, we find ourselves at the end of another show and tell
Here
episode.
we are.
It works every time.
Every time, flawless execution. Absolutely. Well, thank you
People
all
who've
for.
never seen us do an Irish drinking song in person are gonna see it eventually and be like, "Oh my god, those guys can actually do it coordinated."
Whoa! Well, we do plenty of other things uncoordinated, so I think that'll never disappoint on that front. Amazing. Well, thank you all for joining us for another lovely edition. We hope this is a good start to your week, as it is to ours.
Yep, we start our weeks on Fridays.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
true.
that's right.
We're kind of ahead of the curve in that way, right? We like to get our fun out of the way so we can have 5 unparalleled days of work in front of us, as all do. Good times. All right, Max. Final words.
Final words is like, hey everybody, just if you feel like it, wear a dress shirt. If you don't.
Steve. Final words.
Final words, Dan, in 3 months we will know what you've brought.
Alex. Final words.
Hey, watch your cholesterol, kids.
All right, and that's it. We're gonna go.
Wait,
raid-
hold on! Go into our Discord, and if you haven't, fill out the Family Feud survey, so that way we can play Family Feud. Send it to your friends, send it to other people. It's pinned in the chat channel and Discord. Oh my god, so much fun! It takes only a few minutes. God.
This is why you don't
That's
get
right,
final
please.
words, Dan. You ask too much of us.
Oh, at a higher pitch, please. Come over to our Discord, and we.
Amazing. We're gonna go raid a friend of ours named Project Aurora. They're playing some Among Us. I think they're playing on the new map, so that's pretty cool. If you all are interested and want to play the new map of Among Us, let us know. Let us know here or on our Discord. Maybe we'll do a community night and get some folks together.
True.
That'll be fun. Otherwise, have a great one. And before we leave, we have to end stream the way we end every single stream. I guess we'll let Dan speak. Dan, how do we end every single stream?
We end every single stream by searching for holes in our clothes and then being surprised when they're there.
Oh, of course. We do that every single
time.
stream.
Yeah.
Let's go say hi to Aurora. And see y'all
Thanks,
on
everybody.
Tuesday. But we gotta look
Bye.
for something right now.
Wait a minute.
Hey,
Wait.
there's a
All of my buttons.
hole in here.
All of my buttons are in the my shirt. What is
Brody, what is what? Put this hole here? What is
We have holes in our shirts.
What is happening?
Oh my god.
Ah,
We just
ah,
can't kill ourselves.
Oh my god! We got so many
holes.
Thank you.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Keep looking for those holes, fellas!
There's so
There's so many holes! All of the holes! They're everywhere!
I'm wearing a whole